Hey guys. So clap it up if you've ever heard the word gentrification. Okay. So my body has a lot in common with the skyrocketing rents in gentrified neighborhoods. Because it almost cost me an arm and a leg too, guys. And I gotta tell you something, looking around at all of your beautiful faces, I feel like I'm gentrifying this room. So I often wonder how I happen to be born with 5 fingers and this hands-free cell phone device. And I picture myself standing in a body picking line, right? And I ask God, what's a girl got to do to be born with brains and big-ass titties? Give an arm and a leg? And God said, nah, just an arm. I was like, how about half? And he said, keep the change. Okay, wait, guys, I lied. I wasn't born this way. You guys want to know what really happened to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know that game that kids play where you put your hand on the thing and you like hit the knife on the table? I wasn't wearing my glasses that day. And my friends gave me a butcher knife. I don't think they were really my friends, guys. No, that's not what happened. No, okay, wait, seriously, I'm gonna tell you. So I was at the zoo when I was 3, and I was feeding the lion jelly beans. He ate my hand, guys. No, that's not what happened. Listen, I feel like I try to be positive about these kind of things, right? And I feel like, I'm not going to tell you guys, it's one of those stories, but I'm not going to tell you which one. But I feel like the most important thing about having one hand, the best thing about that, is that it gives me so many believable stories I could tell. So I may only have one hand, but the only thing disabled about me is my handicap parking permit. Because membership has its privileges, guys. So I applied for my handicap parking permit, right? And they were like, what's your disability? And I was like, well, my arms are kind of uneven. And they denied me, guys. They denied me. They said that doesn't impede my ability to walk. I was like, it does when you walk on your hands. So I appealed that, right? And I sent them a video of me walking to the car and my hand arm. And they denied me again, guys. They said they don't enable people to be disabled. Next time I want to get to the car, use my feet. That's when I realized it. My legs were holding me back, guys. So I went home and threw myself down the basement stairs. And I got my handicap parking permit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you want something in life, you got to commit. And I am certifiably committable. I am the only straight woman in my family.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm also the only woman in my family who happens to have one hand. Which means we have located the gay gene, ladies and gentlemen. It's in your left hand. So, my mom is gay. I have a lesbian daughter, a bisexual daughter, and a gender fluid daughter.
Oh my God.
Which is making me start to believe that being straight is a choice that I made. And I don't understand why religions are so against homosexuality. Because when you think about it, right? Homosexuality reduces the number of unwanted pregnancies by 100%, guys. And if your daughter marries a woman, right? It's fiscally responsible because the families get to cut the wedding expenses in half. And if your son marries another man, well, you just make him pay for his own wedding. That way you're not too disappointed should you discover your son happens to be the bottom one. Listen, I know that I am not the only one who wants my son to be a giver in this scenario. A little bit more about me. No, listen. When I was younger, back in the younger days, Republicans used to talk about how gay people shouldn't be allowed to have children, you know, because if they did, their boys would grow up to be Catholic priests. And their girls would grow up to be Republicans. So I just figured that somebody had to bend over and take one for the team. So I'm straight. But a little bit more about me. I spent my first 3 years of life in foster care. Yeah. And apparently the only thing they fostered there were germs and bacteria. Because I spent so much time in isolation, sick with all those childhood diseases, I thought my name was Quarantine. Which, if you spell it with a K, is a perfectly acceptable African American name. My name is Mutiya Vision, everybody. Thank you so much. Woo! Keep it going for the host.